morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, class, for today, we will talk about the different stages of human development. Do you have any idea about our topic for today? Okay guys, enough of that imagination. For today, we will talk about the different stage of human development.
The first stage of development is prenatal. The prenatal period is from single cell to an organism complete with brain and behavioral capabilities. Gestation is the development before birth and takes place in 3 stages. There are 3 stages of prenatal development. First, the germinal or zygote. Second is embryonic or embryo. And the last is fetal or fetus. Prenatal development is defined as the process of growth and development within the womb from fertilization until birth. During this process, the zygote grows into an embryo and then a fetus. The second stage of development is infancy. At this stage, we are extremely dependent on adults because we can't live without them. We really need the help of our parents to take care of us, feed us, bath us, and mix milk. At this stage, we are also called lap babies because we always want to sit on the lap of our mother or father. During infancy, we learn how to crawl, beautiful eyes, fly kisses, appear, and align. Also, we learn how to talk or say one word, which is called holophrases, but when 2 or 3 words are used, that is called telegraphic speech. We also have what we call attachment theory by Dr. John Bowlby. It is formed when we always see that person or they are always with us. That's why at this stage, we always want our mother to be by our side. And we also have what we call the temperament. We always thought that at this stage, they don't understand what adults are talking about. But you're wrong. They'd understand and even know when to use them. We have another one called separation anxiety. This happens because the child is not familiar with what he has been to. That's why it is necessary that we train them while they are still young, send them to their grandparents' house, or familiarize them with what school looks like. Always remember, early development is more critical than later development.
The third stage of development is the early childhood. The early childhood age is around 3 to 5 years old, where the young children to become more self-sufficient and to take care for themselves, to develop more skills and spend more time playing with peers. There's also is where the stages of playing is more likely on the child process, in the thinking, cooperating to other kids, and somehow evolving. There is also skills, the locomotor, going to place to another, example, walking and running. Non-locomotor, staying or not moving, like stretching, for example. And the manipulative skills, example is receiving of objects, throwing a ball, and etc. Lastly, the responsiveness on how warm or caring the parents or adults for them, and the demandingness for the kind of disciplines.
The middle and late childhood spans the ages between early childhood and adolescence. Approximately ages 6 to 12 years, children gain greater control over the movement of their bodies, mastering many gross and fine motor skills that eluded the younger child. The changes in the brain during this age enable not only physical development, but contributes to greater reasoning and flexibility of thought. School becomes a big part of middle and late childhood and expands their world beyond the boundaries of their own family. peers start to take center stage, often prompting changes in the parent-child relationship. Peer acceptance also influences children's perception of self and may have consequences for emotional development beyond these years. Cognitive skills continue to expand in middle and late childhood as thought processes become more logical and organized when dealing with concrete information. Children at this age understand concepts such as past, present, and future, giving them the ability to plan and work toward goals.
The next is the fifth stage of human development, which is adolescence. Adolescence is the period of transition between childhood and adulthood. Teenagers entering adolescence are going through many changes in their bodies and brains. This includes physical, intellectual, psychological, and social challenges as well as development of their own moral compass. Teenagers experience puberty as they grow. The boys are having deeper voice, Adam's apple, having large muscles, pubic hair, growth of their testes, and more. As for girls, the enlargement of their breast, also having pubic hair, menstruation, and more. These are just some examples of puberty that teenagers can experience. At ages 13 to 18, some teenagers used to follow what their parents and guardians want for them to be. There are also teenagers who want to know or identify themselves, teenagers that know what they want to do or to be in the future, and teenagers that still don't know what they want to do.
The sixth stage of development is early adulthood. Early adulthood is a period of development that typically spans from ages of 19 to 29 years old and is marked by several key developmental tasks. These tasks include establishing a sense of identity, developing intimate relationships, and pursuing education and career goals. One of the primary tasks of early adulthood is identity formation. This may involve exploring personal values and beliefs, as well as career aspirations and other life goals. Also, this period is marked by a focus on establishing stable, long-term relationships and building a support network that can help individuals navigate the challenges of adult life. Finally, early adulthood is a time of pursuing education and career goals. As individuals work to establish themselves in the workforce and build the skills and experience they need to succeed in their chosen fields. Overall, early adulthood is a time of significant growth and development as individuals work to establish a sense of identity, build meaningful relationships, and pursue their goals and aspirations.
Middle adulthood is the period of development that occurs between the ages of 30 to 60. During this stage, physical changes start to occur that show the body is aging. This includes the skin starting to lose elasticity and gray hair occurring because of the loss of pigments. The developmental tasks are achieving adult civic and social responsibility, establishing and maintaining an economic standard of living, assisting teenage children to become more responsible and happy adults, developing adult leisure time activities, relating oneself to one's spouse as a person, and accepting and adjusting to physiological changes during the middle age. Late adulthood is the last developmental stage that occurs from 61 years old until death. This is the longest developmental stage. Adults in these periods are likely to be living independently but often experience physical changes such as difficulties in fine motor skills that control coordination and dexterity, hair loss, graying and thinning of hair, eyesight deterioration, and many more. This is also the period where life review occurs and adjustment to new social roles.
Okay class, this is the end of our discussion. I know that there are many different stages of human development, but here is an acronym that you can use. Please read it. Parina and Very good. That is an acronym for prenatal, infancy, early childhood, middle and late childhood, adolescence, early adulthood, middle adulthood, and late adulthood. Okay, class, that's it for today. We go now, but please remember the acronym. What is that again? Very good, you may go now.